Other day we covered the news that Nintendo is reportedly blocking third-party docks from working with the Switch 2. So if your Switch on your if your dock on your Switch 2 doesn't work and you need to go to a different one, it might not work afterwards. That's been pretty bad. The Elden Ring port has been running like dog shit. Apparently it blows up. Borderlands can't run on the Switch 2. And now we're getting another report that the games with no platform, the platform with barely any games outside of Donkey Kong is back in the headlines. GTA 6 for the Switch 2? Tests reportedly are happening, but don't get your hopes up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and be fair about this article before we read it. I don't think anybody buying a Switch 2 is getting it for GTA 6, but just in case you are all two people, let me go ahead and throw this out there. Rockstar is or was doing tests for Grand Theft Auto on the Switch 2, but that Grand Theft Auto 6 on the Switch 2, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, according to a new report. Noble leaker Nate the Hate said Rockstar conducted tests to bring it to the Switch 2, but the tests don't always equal release. He added, I know an effort has been made to see if they can bring it to the platform. I don't know the current state of that effort. Shout out to Brandon with the resub. Appreciate it. In another post, he said, experimenting doesn't equal in development, and companies often test to see if a game is possible on the hardware. Another person, Reese Riley, who previously reported on a possible Switch 2 version of Red Dead Redemption 2, said, no one internally has told me about a Switch 2 version of GTA 6. A person outside of Rockstar told him about GTA 6 for the Switch 2, but no one at the company has said. For now, GTA 6 is confirmed for only PS5, Xbox Series, and Xbox Series on November of 2026. History suggests a PC edition there will be a PC version. They just like to release it later. I'm gonna go ahead and go on a whim and say I don't think this is coming to the Switch 2, just for the simple fact that, from my understanding, the Switch 2 has the power of a PS4 Pro, maybe a little bit more powerful. And this game has been delayed time and time again for the Xbox Series as well as the PS5 and PC. And from my understanding, the game is playable from start to finish. So if it's getting delayed over and over again, it's due to optimization issues. So if they're struggling to optimize this for the PS5 and the Xbox Series, because it's definitely not the PC problem, I'm going to go on a whim and say I don't think this is coming to the Switch 2. Not that they don't want it, because obviously they want to make more money, but it would be too much of a hassle. It'd probably be like the PS4 version of Cyberpunk 2027. They'd have to cut too many corners and it would still blow up your Switch 2. Didn't they cap with the DK game? What do you mean cap? I played Fortnite on my Switch 2. That shit kills your battery in like 30 minutes. So yeah, it's not happening. Damn, y'all ain't plugging y'all shit in? It's running on the PS5, locked at 30 FPS. If that's happening for the PS5, it's not coming. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. And like I said, to be fair, I don't think anybody is buying a Switch 2 to play Grand Theft Auto 6. That would just be a bonus. People are buying Switch 2s to play Donkey Kong, Zelda, Mario. Can we get a Star Fox? Metroid that's coming out. I just don't see it happening. And I think ultimately Nintendo will be okay. The Minish Cat Mafia is not trying to gangbang. They're not trying to be keyboard crips. They're trying to be hot. I'm willing to bet when they were experimenting with the Switch 2 hardware, they probably got like a mission running on there. Probably blew up the whole east wing of Rockstar Labs, and they said, we're not going to do this on the Switch 2. We're going to blow up the whole studio if we continue to try to port this game over. The Switch version would look like the Netflix game version. Yeah. That's funny. Dudes complaining about PvP and Arc Raiders haven't had the experience of Sea of Thieves. Dudes will work together for 2 hours, then betray each other at the end to sell everything. And I guess. I mean, people are allowed to dislike people being friendly and then shooting them in the back. It's all personal experience. They pay for the game. I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but people are allowed to dislike that. That's what probably delayed the game. The Switch 2 version? Nah. Because the Switch 2 version wasn't a priority. The priority is PS5 and Xbox Series. I think PC is a priority, but I think they purposely like to delay the PC version just because they know they have to add all those extra kind of features in there that allow you to record and give you the cool camera angles, the little movie features you can do in there, and also so they can get a second beat, right? So when the game launches, it'll a second buzz. I mean, When the game launches on console, it'll be the hype. Then the hype dies down for like 6 months. Then they announce the PC version. Then they're back in the news. So like, I think they purposely delayed the PC version instead of putting it all out at once. Hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. So yeah, if you're looking forward to it, I don't think it's coming. In regards to Take-Two Interactive, which is also the publisher of Rockstar, Take-Two's CEO says gaming is moving towards PCs. In an interview with CNBC, Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick had some comments regarding console and PCs debates. In fact, it seems he's taken a side in the whole debacle. The divide between PC and console gaming has been a rather long one, exclusives on one, better quality on the other. It all seems to go back and forth. Take-Two, known for the publishing Grand Theft Auto and NBA 2K, has been on both fronts. Every month, it seems the company finds itself on the best-selling list for consoles for its catalog of sports games. While it takes a while for the company to see a bigger payday with Grand Theft Auto 6 being delayed, it seems the CEO has some thoughts on the console-PC divide. Take-Two's CEO sat down with CNBC's Squawk Box. That sounds like some type of bad sexual position. Yeah, bitch, with the Squawk Box, bro. For an interview on gaming, while on the topic of the console gaming, Zelnick said, "I think it's moving towards PC, and business is moving towards open rather than closed," says Zelnick. But if you define console as the property, not the system, then the notion of a very rich game that you engage in for many hours that you play on a big screen, that's never going away. Translation: the Steam machine is coming. Not only is the Steam machine coming, we're trying to wrap our brains around how we can optimize our games for said Steam machine, because I do think that that's going to open up a lot of people's eyes to the game, to the PC ecosystem. Shout out to Yasuke with the super chat. Can you link it by any chance? Link what? Oh, you're talking about somebody else in the chat. How y'all feel? Y'all agree with what he's saying? You think PC is the future? I don't know if necessarily for game development, but I feel like for the consumer, I do feel like PC is the future. Which, by the way, I'm gonna go ahead and say the GI podcast, we were 15 years ahead of the game. Y'all niggas fought us hand, tooth, and nail. Hand, tooth, and nail. I don't want to hear that PC shit. Now niggas is grown, got families. They starting to prioritize their finances. Niggas is seeing. Why buy a PlayStation if I can only afford one platform? Especially with that Steam machine coming. Why buy a PlayStation? Why buy an Xbox? Why buy a Switch when I can get a Steam machine and play all of those games? Xbox games are on PC. Nintendo games are on PC. Legally. And PlayStation games are on PC. Now, for how long? We don't know, because if you didn't catch last stream, rumors are floating around. Fresh off the heels of the announcement of the Steam machine, Sony's considering pulling their exclusives off of Steam. I'm going to keep reminding you guys, Sony is not pro-consumer. But right now, if you are on a budget, PC gaming is the best bang for your buck. You get a better gaming experience because not only do you get better graphics and performance, you can use whatever controller you want. There's free online. The games are cheaper. You get all the fucking games. It took niggas 10 to 15 years to figure it out, but they're starting to see the light. And especially the real nail in the coffin, and I know Sony is mad, it's that Xbox threw in the towel. When they brought their games to PC with that Game Pass, with the cross-buy day one, they said, we're going to put our games everywhere. Oh, that just made the PC better. The only thing is PC has the most ability to modify the games almost however you want. That's not the only thing. Yeah, you got mods too. Mods is not the only reason I own the PC. I've been PC gaming since 2015. Y'all got me into it. We been here. We been here, bro. Valve doesn't have public shareholders to cater to. Facts. It is a private company, so they can do whatever they want. I did have this thought the other day though, because isn't Gabe Newell pretty old? I am curious to where the company will go when how old is he, bro? Let's see, because he's the brains behind everything. From pictures, he looks like he's in his 60s. Yeah, he's 63. As he starts to age, I am curious when his time comes, which, I'm not wishing that upon anybody, but we got to be realistic. When his time comes, where either he passes away or he just decides to step down, because 65 is retirement age. Let's say at 65, between 65 to 68, he decides to step down. I am curious, when there's a change of leadership, does that change the direction of the company? Because although they don't have shareholders, if they have some dickhead ass CEO that prioritizes profit over everything, it could fuck everything up. Yeah, it'd be privately owned, but it's operating like they have shareholders, which is not a good thing. Just some food for thought. I'm not wishing it. I'm not trying to wish it into the air, but just some food for thought. Is something I thought about today. Oh, by the way, I saw a TikTok earlier. So apparently a YouTube channel put together all the parts that are inside of the Steam machine, and they did an estimate of how much it costs to make it. And it's estimated the Steam machine will cost $425 to build. So if Valve is not a greedy company, what up, Serena? What up? If Valve is not a greedy company, and it's true, it only costs $400 to build the Steam machine, that Steam machine might cost $599. It depends on what the profit margin is that they're looking for. But it could cost $500, $599. $400 is the targeted price range designed to compete at the price. He said, give me that. If it does, I'm not going to lie. When I saw that news, I said, okay, come on, Valve. And they already said they want to price it competitively. What's a Steam machine? It's a new console. The new console that was announced last week. Steam machine. This is the Steam machine right here. It's a new console that was announced last week. It's coming out in 2026. It is a gaming PC / console hybrid that'll run Steam OS. But if you want, you can boot into Windows. But it's designed to sit on your in your living room. They're trying to bring like a console experience to PC gaming. It'll be a pre-built PC, and you can play all your Steam games on there, emulators, PlayStation, Xbox games on there, and stuff like that. We calling it the Yeah, I'm gonna be emulating on that bitch. I like the design of it. So they're trying to find like I think what they're trying to do is, this is not for people who have a gaming PC already. This is for people who are interested in getting into PC gaming, but they don't want to learn how to build a PC. Now Valve is going to offer a pre-built console hybrid gaming PC. Oh, that's actually pretty sick. I think it's gonna make some. It's supposed to come out next year. It's gonna make some noise, I think. But they'll be so real if they do that. The competition will be something to watch. And Steam makes so much money off of game sales. They make so much money off the Steam Deck. I believe if that, because we don't know if that information is correct. If what they said in that YouTube video is correct, it costs $425 to build this thing. I would be shocked if it costs more than $600. But that's only if that information is correct. We got to keep in mind, none of that is confirmed. Valve is not going to release that information. What I am telling you is I hope it's true, because I would be shocked if it costs more than $600. Even at that price, though, that would be better pre-built gaming PCs or the Steam machine. Well, you're buying into the ecosystem and the because another thing you have to keep in mind too is they already announced that they're gonna be introducing the Steam Verified program into the Steam machine. So for those unaware, with the Steam Deck, game developers are encouraged to optimize their games for the Steam Deck, and if they do, in exchange, they'll earn the label Steam Verified, and they'll get front page access on Steam, free promotion basically. So they're going to be doing the same thing. They already announced they're going to be doing the same thing with the Steam machine. So this is going to be a mid-tier PC, yes, but it is going to have a set piece of hardware. Game developers know exactly what they're working with. It'll be easy to optimize with. So because they're enticed to do it and they get their game verified, they'll now get free promotion. So like I wouldn't worry too much about it being not the highest end PC because games will be optimized specifically for this device because it's providing a more console experience. That is one of the benefits of console. Every PS5 is the same exact thing, so developers know exactly how to optimize their game for every PS5. It's hard to optimize for traditionally built gaming PCs because my PC is not the same as yours. Y'all niggas don't got 64 gigabytes of RAM in your PC. You got 16. So it's but you see what I'm saying? That's the benefit from it. It may not be for you, but that's the point I've been trying to make. The point I'm trying to make. You said, who don't got that shit? Look at you fucking nerds. Who don't got that shit? I got that shit in my PC, nigga. I got that shit. The point I'm trying to make is it's not for me and you. It's not for the hardcore PC gamer. This is for the people that are just interested in getting into it. This is for the people that, honestly, they play Stardew Valley. They play Stardew Valley. They play emulators. They play a few AAA games here and there, and they just want something in the living room. But they don't want to pay for the online. Because keep in mind, you guys are underestimating that. You do not have to pay for online on Steam. They don't want to pay for PS Plus. They don't want to pay for Xbox Live. Well, now you can play them same multiplayer games right here at a fraction of the price. Wait till I upgrade to 128. What would you do if you were the CEO of Xbox? I'd have an emergency meeting and I'd say, look, what made the original Xbox great was Halo. We hung our hat on Halo. I think Forza came later down the road. What made us great during the 360 era is we had Halo, Gears of War, Forza, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something. Whatever the big Xbox games are. The point I'm trying to make is, I would sit the team down and be like, this is what made us great. We need a new triple threat. We need a new Gears of War, a new Halo, and a new Forza. We need a new big three. Yeah, you can say like Fable. Like that's the problem. They're still, at least with PlayStation, they don't do it as much. But PlayStation is introducing, like Ghost of Tsushima is still a new IP. They did try it with that Insomniac game, but it failed. I forgot. Mass Effect. Well, Mass Effect isn't exclusive to Xbox anymore, so it was. People forget Mass Effect was an Xbox exclusive at one point, but it's not anymore. So like it's not. People associate Gears of War with Xbox, Halo with Xbox, not for much longer, but people don't associate Mass Effect with Xbox. Mass Effect being an Xbox exclusive is one of those things like it's if you know, you know. That's for like gamer trivia night, you fucking nerds. Like, oh, which one of these was not an Xbox exclusive? Like you will know that was one at one point. But yeah, I think Sunset Overdrive is the Xbox game I'm thinking of. The Xbox needs more Sunset Overdrives. Not that specific game, but it needs more IPs to carry the torch because the main software is what sells hardware. Like if this rumor is true, because there's also a rumor floating around that they might reveal Half-Life 3. If they reveal Half-Life 3 is coming out, oh, that's going to move Steam machines, bro. That's going to move Steam machines. You need the software. So that's what I would say. Dash what I would say. I would have an emergency meeting, be like, yo, we need to figure out what's, because like for those who haven't been following the news, the rumor of what they're doing for the next Xbox, and this is why this is such a big gut punch. The next Xbox was rumored to be a PC hybrid console. The rumor was that it was going to be an Xbox that when you boot it up, it boots into the traditional Xbox OS, where you can get that traditional console streamlined experience. But if you wanted to, you can go into the settings and you could dual boot Windows and have a full PC experience where you could install Photoshop and Adobe Premiere. Nigga, that's what this is. The difference is this shit's coming out in 2026. We don't know when that new Xbox is coming out. So this is a gut punch. I would say that, or that idea that the Xbox wanted to do, it might have been able to sell units if it turns out to be true. It's not going to sell units anymore because Valve beat them to the punch. This is why competition is good. So if that can't be a selling point for the next Xbox, y'all need to put out some fire ass games because that Game Pass ain't doing it. The Game Pass could have been a selling point if you kept that shit $10 and you get all the new AAA games day one. $10 a month, that could be a selling point, but it's not anymore. You got to pay $30 a month. I'm not paying $30 a month to rent Call of Duty. Fuck you, Phil Spencer. I'll sell my soul for Left 4 Dead 3. Nigga, what? This nigga said, I'm ready to be the Ghost Rider. I don't know about that shit, bro. I don't know about that shit, man. The bottom line is they're gonna have to figure something out, because friendly reminder, it is their job to figure out how to earn your dollar. Don't just get out there and get ready to pre-order that damn Xbox. A lot of Xbox games sold well on PS5, so clearly it wasn't the games the issue. Xbox just never got popular outside of North America and South America, except for Street Fighter 4. Well, no. I get where you're going with that, but I would say I still disagree with it. The reason Xbox games sell well on PlayStation is because PlayStation niggas don't buy no games either. We know that. PlayStation niggas is frauds. Every month, I pull up the top most played games on PlayStation. It's Call of Duty, GTA, Fortnite. That says to me, I think what that data suggests is that a lot of PlayStation niggas used to be on Xbox 360. They're secret fans. Like, I get what you're saying, but PlayStation niggas don't buy no games. They like to talk about how they buy games. They love to talk about Final Fantasy 7, but they don't play that shit. When we seeing you play COD, ain't nobody playing no Black Ops 7. That game can go to hell. I feel him on the Left 4 Dead 3. Y'all ready to sell y'all soul for Left 4 Dead 3? Say it ain't so. The ball and gun gamers. Nah. Yeah, a lot of it is part of a lot of Xbox people migrated to the PS4. Yeah, I think that's jokes aside, I think that's the real reason why we're seeing a lot of those Xbox exclusives sell well on PlayStation. I can tell you firsthand, in the PS3 and Xbox 360 era, the 360 was superior in my opinion. I went through 360s because of I got the Red Ring of Death twice. I still have my third Xbox 360, which survived. I just didn't like the PS3 like that. I didn't like the controller. I thought the online, the UI was ugly. It was cool that it was free. That was one hat they could tip there, but like the experience just wasn't as good. But when the PS4 and the Xbox One era came around, I'm not loyal to anybody. I could definitively see the PS4 was better than the Xbox One, so I switched from the 360 to the PS4. So I think there's a lot of people like me out there, and I think that they're low-key Xbox fans. Yeah, and that PS3 was $600. Fuck that shit, bro. Fuck that shit. 360 was definitely though. I was a PlayStation guy. The PlayStation servers are better than Xbox. PS4 was goated. It was good for its time, but y'all need to let that shit go. The PlayStation servers are better than Xbox? In what universe, nigga? You talking about the PlayStation servers that got hacked every 5 seconds? I've been thinking about making a video about that. The Christmas of fucking, what was it, 2014 or some shit like that? Them servers? Yo, being a PlayStation nigga during Lizard Squad was a nightmare. What servers? No. One thing I'll give Xbox is, one thing you could not take away from Xbox, and I think people forget this, Xbox Live did revolutionize the online experience for console gaming. Let's not take that away, bro. Let's not, like, their servers have always been very good. The online experience has always been very good. PlayStation, they fucking servers is held together with pencils and fucking paper clips and hope. Last year, they servers went down for like fucking 72 hours. There was a nigga on TikTok that I follow, Jada Gamer. He had the funniest fucking videos. When the PlayStation servers went down last year for like a few days, Jada Gamer made like videos for 6 months straight about that shit. That shit was fucking funny, man. I hope this pushes Valve into making new IPs. I feel like Valve doesn't get enough clout for their online servers. Steam, I don't remember the last time Steam went down. I'm gonna be honest. Them Steam servers is always working. That's another reason to get one of these bitches, bro. Yeah, he made like 800 videos. That shit was funny, bro. What readers were doing when the PlayStation servers went down. What soccer players were doing when the PlayStation servers went down. That shit was fucking funny, bro. Yeah, knock on wood, knock on wood. Other articles I got for you. Assassin's Creed actor didn't realize he recorded Desmond's death scene until checking Twitter, and it says the character is technically still alive. Desmond's death in Assassin's Creed 3, I know, spoiler, was ambiguous enough that the voice actor Nolan North didn't realize he had just recorded the character's last gasp, and now North has said that the series' original modern-day protagonist is technically still alive. The question is, do we care? The series has become so convoluted. Do we care if Desmond is alive or not? North played Desmond in 5 games until the character's big sacrifice at the end of 2012's Assassin's Creed 3. But despite stepping up to save the world and collapsing in the process, Desmond's death scene apparently only clicked with North after he checked Twitter following the game's launch. He goes on to say that technically was Desmond's death scene and I didn't know it. He told Fall Damage. I found out on Twitter. Yo, this is funny, and this is why I want to bring the story up. Desmond's death and the ending to Assassin's Creed was so poorly written. The guy who played the main character didn't even know he fucking died. That's crazy. And we're just finding this out like 15 years later. I think he said I died. That's fucking funny. I read this article already. I couldn't believe when I read this article. I was like, that shit made me mad again, because for those who have not played Assassin's Creed, every Assassin's Creed fan universally agrees, and they pinpoint Assassin's Creed 3 is when the series fell apart. Now, there's been good Assassin's Creed games since 3, but the cohesion in the story, it fell apart because it had this whole conspiracy modern day story going, and they just killed the main character for no fucking reason, bruh. And it's funny to find out the guy who played him, this nigga logged on to Twitter and said, I'm dead. Oh shit. So I actually wanted to give you guys some gaming lore. I thought that shit was fucking funny, man. AC2 was fire. Oh yeah, man. The ending to Assassin's Creed 2 is one of my favorite endings in any video game, man. When you pop up out that Animus and you have Ezio's abilities and you start fighting the guards, I was like, yo, Assassin's Creed 3? Because in my head, I was thinking Assassin's Creed 3 was going to be the last in the series. I didn't think there would be another 20 games, but that's beside the point. I was thinking in my head, Assassin's Creed 3 is about to go crazy. Desmond about to become a super Shan assassin. We about to take down all the modern day corporations. Bruh, that's one of the biggest what ifs in game. You had Assassin's Creed when it was good. You had to be there. You had to be there. I would imagine the ending to Assassin's Creed 2 does not hit the same if you played it today for the first time, knowing what happens to the series and knowing there's a million other games. But back then, when we didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen, oh, that ending was great. That ending was great. Yeah, we was supposed to fight Mark Zuckerberg and all the government lizards and shit, man. It's not right. It's not right what they did. Fucking Ubisoft. That shit making me mad. Let me get off this shit before I get mad again. This one's interesting for fans of the Megabonk. Megabonk developer withdraws game from the Game Awards, saying it doesn't qualify for a debut indie game. The developers of Megabonk has withdrawn his game from the Game Awards following its nomination for Best Debut Indie Game, saying it doesn't qualify for the category. In his post on Twitter, they said, I'm withdrawing from the Game Awards. It's an honor and a dream for Megabonk to be nominated for the Game Awards, but unfortunately, I don't think it qualifies for the category Debut Indie Game. I've made games in the past under different studio names, so Megabonk is not my debut game. I really appreciate the nomination, support, and votes, but it doesn't feel right in this category. You should vote for another one. And like, I get where you're going with this sentiment, but it's still technically a debut indie game for this studio. You've worked for other studios. Like, bro, just if you won the award, why are you trying to listen? My OG used to tell me, don't block your blessings, chat. Don't block. You had a chance to take your game to the next level. Don't block your blessings. I don't think anybody down the road, if they found out this wasn't his first game, he worked for a different studio, they'd be like, yo, cancel this nigga, bro. Nobody would have did that. It's not that fucking deep. I get the gesture, but it's like, this is one of those moments where I think it's not that deep. The internet uses the term "is not that deep" too much. I think this is not that deep. What about the Brotherhood and Training and others said? What about it? Some people were mad he wasn't in the category. Who was going to dig and find that out? Exactly. Like, it's not even like, because it's not that deep. Not that deep. So if you were hoping for Megabonk to win debut indie game, it is no longer nominated because he withdrew, because he said it doesn't feel honest. Anyways, but last but not least, this is a rumor, and take this with a super grain of salt, because this is coming from a Sonic fan page that hit my For You page, and you can't trust these Sonic niggas, man. According to the Twitter, it says your number one source for all things Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyways, rumor. Paramount is developing a standalone Shadow the Hedgehog movie starring Keanu Reeves. Paramount is also interested in creating a project centered on Amy Rose. Full details in the latest article linked in the replies. The only reason I'm entertaining this is because this is believable. They're making Sonic 4. I don't think personally they should have went past 3. because I think the movies are gonna have a power scaling issue. But they're making a 4th movie and they made that Knuckles TV show. Don't forget that. So there are 5 Sonic live action adaptations as of now, which says to me Paramount wants to milk it. And Hollywood right now is struggling for cash. So it wouldn't surprise me if this is real. A new rumor has sparked major buzz across the Sonic movie community, and this time the focus is firmly on Keanu Reeves. Following his breakout debut as Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Reeves is now the center of reports claiming that Paramount may be working on a standalone movie. The claim comes from Scooper My Time to Shine Hello, who stated on November 15, 2025, that a Shadow-focused feature is officially in development and that Paramount is also interested in creating a project centered on Amy. While the information remains unconfirmed, the rumor spread quickly, with fans eager to know whether the studio plans to explore Shadow's darker and more complex storylines in a dedicated film. Translation: Shadow the Hedgehog video game is getting a live-action adaptation. Bring out the pistols. I mean, what else would they do? That game was fucking horrible, but I mean, what else would they do unless they just create a new original story? Shadow's appearance in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, what's up, buddy, provided a strong foundation for this possibility. The movie blends elements of... You're just talking about the movie. Yeah, you're just yapping. I don't know. Take this with a super grain of salt, because this is literally coming from the Sonic City forums, guys. You guys, has anybody ever been on the Sonic City forums? This is one of the most elite websites out there for Sonic fans in the world. The Sonic Discord. Man, that Shadow the Hedgehog game, hands down, is the worst game I've ever played. Yeah. That Sonic the Hedgehog is a great example of what I mean when I say people have revisionist history when speaking about games in the past. When people say gaming is dead, and I make the argument gaming's in the best place it's ever been, it has really bad issues with microtransactions and shit. But from a creative standpoint, if you have an open mind, gaming's in a great state. Shadow the Hedgehog is an example of what I mean of revisionist history. Niggas act like Shadow the Hedgehog was not made. All the movie tie-in games, all that goofy shit. On G4 with X-Play, they used to have a whole category. Like every week, they would just highlight dog shit games. Motherfuckers act like none of them games existed, bruh. It was only, back in the day, niggas was eating. We was only playing fucking Vice City, San Andreas, Gears of War, Call of Duty. Like, niggas was only playing Jack and Dexter. Like, nah, there was Bubsy. Like, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. There was Vex. There was Glover. Like, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. The revisionist history is crazy. Yeah, there was way more shovelware. It was, matter of fact, there was way more shovelware because it was way more accepted. Because back then, gaming was still considered for children. Only now is it considered an adult hobby. But back then, when gaming was considered just for kids, they were allowed to make whatever the fuck they want. I don't care what nobody says. You can love the Wii all you want. The Nintendo Wii has one of the worst catalogs in any fucking video. Go look up Nintendo. That's where the term shovelware became popular. Nintendo Wii shovelware, but nobody played that. Yeah, Duke Nukem Forever. It didn't exist. We waited 15 years for Duke Nukem Forever. That was one of the most dog shit video games ever created, bruh. Stupid little girl. But anyways, just your latest update from the Sonic City forums. Let me hop in the sub box real quick and see what's going on. I think what it is a lot of the folks that say that just were really young back then. Or they're just straight up lying. But I'm gonna give y'all the benefit of the doubt and say some of y'all was really young and y'all don't remember all the dog shit games that came out. Shout out to Dark Misogyny with the super chat. People never played Drake of the 99 Dragons and it shows. I ain't played that shit either. It sounds horrible. Nah, main Data over the Hedgehog, it was lit. Nah, Shadow the Hedgehog was not lit. Let's see. Sonic niggas got to be the most dedicated fan base. They love their Sonic. Hey, they show up in support. And you know what? And you know, I make fun of the Sonic community a lot, but I'm gonna give y'all some clout. I do agree. There's a little bit of hoopla surrounding the Game Awards because Sonic 3 didn't get nominated for best live action adaptation. I think versus like Minecraft and was it Devil May Cry got a not live action but adaptation period. Devil May Cry got nominated and some other shit. I think Sonic 3. I think Sonic 3 should have been nominated. Not only should have been nominated, it was definitely better than that damn Minecraft movie and all that other shit. To be fair to the Sonic 3, the Sonic movies are good. They're good. It got snubbed. I agree with the Sonic. They deserve to be upset. The fucking betraying our beloved Sonic. Let's see if there's anything in the shub box. Any trailers that I should be aware of? What is Sonaby Haunted? Who the fuck is still playing Rainbow Six? Bro, all the boring movie, TV shows, games that came out back then. All the Wii Sports thing. Wii Sports was great. If it wasn't a Blockbuster or a Hollywood Video, I didn't know the game existed. I played games, but didn't know it had a culture like that as a kid. The only thing that kept me in tune with like gaming culture was game magazines back then. Because I mean, like websites like IGN and GameSpot, they existed, but they only really did like game reviews. So like I would read magazines, Electronic Gaming Monthly, Game Informer. I would read those. It kind of kept me in the know. But yeah, you had to read back then. Revenge of the Savage Painted Official Last DLC. Ratchet and Clank Rumble, we already covered that. SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide official launch trailer. Titans of the Tide, holy smokes. I don't think there's anything. Damn, it's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a Thursday in terms of news. Usually Monday to Wednesday is like lit for like news, but like Tuesday is kind of much going on, man. I had to check. Is it a Tuesday or what? My Hero Ultra Rumble Season 14. Who the fuck is playing that, man? No lie, I think I still have my Game Informer subscription through GameStop. Nah, you don't have it. Because Game Informer ended last year, and then they just recently bought it back like a couple months ago, but it's an independent magazine now. So you probably did have it recently, like maybe like 2 years ago, but I don't think they're printing the magazines anymore. Ghost of Legends official Avatar Legends the fighting game official support characters overview trailer. Oh shit, we got a new Avatar trailer. Let's check that out. Like it, we ball. I'm kind of ready to get on Battlefield.
Avatar Legends, the fighting game, allows you to choose one of
You ever played Geist on GameCube? No, but I know what you're talking about because I remember that box. It was blue, right? I remember it, but that's a game I didn't get to play when I was a kid.
Unique
Shout out to
support
Milo
characters
Gaming.
for each main character.
Milo Gaming with
Each
the raid.
support
Appreciate
character
you.
provides unique advantages and playstyles for their character. Let's take a look at what Aang supports are capable of. Gyatso enables Aang's air scooter with more mobility by enabling a controllable ball of air going forward and backwards with the ability to pass through opponents. With Momo, you receive greater control over your glider by pressing left, right, or nothing with the flow button in the air. You can also cancel into attacks from glider much quicker than before. Lastly, Appa provides Aang the ability to directly go into flow attacks using any normal attack button. Experiment with all the support characters to find your fighting styles then. You want to see more? Sign up for the closed alpha test now, and don't forget to wishlist Avatar Legends, the fighting game, on Steam.
I just hate that this game is called Avatar Legends, the fighting game. Sue the fucking PR team. What do we? First of all, the game looks ashy. This is the second time I've seen it. It looks ashy. I don't care what nobody says. Like, this just does not look good to me. But then you guys sat down and you just couldn't come up with a better name than Avatar, the fighting game. Like, that shit is fucking funny, man. Like, I don't know about this, man. I don't know about this. Y'all excited about this game? In a year where a lot of fighting games are coming out, I don't know if I'm ready to play this mini clip premium game. I'm impressed with the hand-drawn animations. I mean, it's hand-drawn, but to me it doesn't look good though. Like in terms of, I don't like that. I think it could be crispier. Like they should have got the artists that do the art for Arc Systems 2D fighters. It looks stiff. What the hell am I looking at? Sonaby. Yeah, not my Avatar. Oh boy, we're good off that.
Patrick, we need to stop those two from destroying Bikini Bottom.
Beware.
Who's copping the new SpongeBob game?
You'll pay for that.
Shout out to Hint the Knowledge with the sub. Appreciate it.
Bikini Bottom has hope ghosted our once peaceful little hamlet at the bottom of the sea? Not if a certain sponge and
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I beat, what was it, Battle for Bikini Bottom Remastered? I beat that on stream like a couple of years ago. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I might get this when it's like $10 on Steam. I ain't gonna lie.
Starship friend have anything to say about it?
We can't
Yeah, no, I like
Patrick.
stupid ass
All
platformer
of the
games.
Bikini Bottom is counting on
I wouldn't
us.
pay full price for this shit, but this nigga childish. I am. I like platformer
Nothing a
games.
little
I
bit
do.
of teamwork can't fix, right, Patrick?
I'm getting dizzy with all this swapping. I can see my rock from here.
I was heavy on Crash 4. Crash 4 almost made me crash out.
Hi-ya! Uh-oh.
I got you now, Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry.
This is it, Patrick. There's no turning back.
Oh, why is it gonna be so spooky?
This game of the year? I don't know about all that. Oh, it's available now. Tides of the Titan.
Every journey starts with a single step.
Even the SpongeBob platformer got a season pass. Bro, God, see, this is what I mean when I say this is the problem.